I mean, in terms of the success factors, for example, what is the importance of mentoring and coaching?
That's also a was also very interesting part of my work. So I analyzed from all these 110 women in the 5 countries, each step that they took. Yeah. So lot of work, and why they took these steps and how they made their decisions. So I think from a role model perspective, let's say the ideal woman in management, no? She builds her career strategically, and she starts early in her career to think about it. I mean, we know many of us, we just started, no? And then things were developing, and there were some chances that we took. The role models actively work on their career. So they stop, they work with a mentor, and they say, okay, what's my next step? If I go there, what will be the consequences? Yeah. If I go somewhere else, what might be chances for me there? So it's an active approach to career, not just taking chances, but also planning a little bit. That's one thing. The second thing is, in the Chinese group, I had really 2 subgroups. One only stayed in China, and they changed careers very often, and the jobs, the companies. Yeah. And I have another group, and they went overseas, went outside the country, came back. Some went another time to another country and came back and built their career in this way. So I would say 2/3 of the group stayed in China and 1/3 was abroad. They all changed the company. None of the Chinese ladies, I think one stayed with the same company, a German company, but that's not so common.
What is your advice for young women here in China and in the world and for their careers?
I think, let me think a moment. My main advice, I think from everything I've heard in these interviews with the role models, there's one main advice. I think the young ladies have to know what they want. That sounds very easy, yeah? You have to know what you want. And women have many choices in their life, no? They can be mothers or they can't be mothers. They can get married or they will not marry. And it's important to integrate all these choices. So knowing what you want. And for some women in the interviews, this was easy. They knew it right away from young age what they wanted. And their answer was, I want to go high. I want to be the best. Now, that's not the answer for every woman. Yeah. So when a young woman is hesitant, again, my advice is to work with a mentor coach or find a family member who can be a mentor and ask all these questions. Yeah. So, and then secondly, it's being active, seeing the opportunities. Yeah. Seeing, one lady said, it's like a cake with many pieces. And I look at my career like a cake. And then I have 1 or 2 or 3 pieces already in my bio. And I need some other pieces of the cake to make it round. Yeah. So my advice would be, look at these role models and discuss with more senior people all the possibilities of your cake and what is missing here. I think that's the 2 most important. So define what you want and find yourself a mentor.
And I understand you are working on a new book. Is that exciting? So yeah. My question is about, when is the new book available?
Yeah. So it's very exciting because, you know, I feel honored. I had such a fantastic time to meet all these women in the countries, in these 5 countries, and Russia was new to me, and in Japan I've lived, and in China and Germany and France. So the new book is on the way for the publication in German language. The translator is working on the English version. So I hope in September, October, both versions will be on the market, and you will know first, Christine, with some sharings. And the interesting thing in the book is this time it's for all the women. It's a little bit analysis, but you will read a lot of citations. So the stories of these women and what they said. And junior level, middle or senior level, I think everybody can find something there. And not from me, yeah? I'm just bringing it together. It's from the role models.
Do you think, I think this is in addition to the last question about your new book, you think it's the right timing, right? Is it for the book is coming for the right time, especially, to help women, I believe so, and to help women with this unprecedented, crisis and uncertainty.
Yeah, I think, Christine, we are in different countries, in different situations, but I feel there is an urge of women. They want to go to the next stage. And then sometimes the question is, so how can I do all that? No? And therefore, yes, the book comes at the right time, because I think it's important that we don't always look on how men did it. We need to have a female way of leading and living our life and combining all these things. And that's not so easy for women. So therefore, my contribution is sharing this, the wisdom of the role models. And if younger women can advance with this and will be successful, I will be very happy.
Thank you so much for such inspirational conversation about women leadership. And it's our pleasure and to have you today. So we are looking forward to your new book. And again, thank you for you joining us, for the future and working with the sHero. And it's our pleasure and honor and together to help more women and to really achieve, their success at home and at work. Thank you, Dr. Bettina, joining us today.